Okay, I got to be funny on this state of mind. I hope. We'll see. Because who I have here is very, very funny. She's amazing. First of all, I want to say how I met her. She came in, and a friend of mine named Anna Demerches. Can I say that again? Demerches. See, that's funny, but nobody's laughing. I was helping her with her acting, and I was like, oh, I hope she's a comedian. And, I'm not saying comedians don't know how to act, but not all comedians know how to act. So she came in, and we did this. As soon as she opened her mouth, I said, oh, boy, she's a real actor. And I was happy because it made my life, pleasant for the next whatever time we had together. Her name is, she's a comedian, and I know she's a comedian because I saw her big face at the Laugh Factory. It was like, I was like, what? It's amazing. Her name is Natalie Valentina Friedman.
Hi, I'm blushing and smiling and holding in a laugh.
Wow. And look how she looks. It's amazing.
Because you said her big face. I have a little face.
Well, it looked big on the thing.
Thank you for that intro. When you helped me with that audition, I was wowed.
But let me tell the audience, I'm going to say it just because I'm going to say it. It was a General Hospital audition, and I was not, obviously it didn't work out, which I think is ridiculous because she was so good.
Just for that one.
Yes, I get it, but I'm a little disappointed, but go ahead.
I was just honored to even play with you as an actress, and I've seen you on TV. I think you're legendary.
Thank you.
And you've been a series regular for so many years.
30.
So to get to have those moments with you, I was like, okay, I got to play today. I got to work today.
Yeah.
It's not always, you're not going to book every job. So I got to work and play with you. And you reminded me, and, I'm trained. I went to acting school, but you reminded me to stay with myself, to stay with my essence, to just be, what would I do in that situation on top of the character? So anyways, a little acting lesson, but thank you for that intro.
No, you're welcome, and you've earned it. Tell me, where are you from?
I'm from Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota.
Oh, you betcha. Gosh darn, we go cornholing and ice fishing.
Oh my God.
It's true. I add raisins to all my casseroles.
That's amazing.
We make hot dish.
Beautiful. Now, Prince is from
Minnesota.
Now, can I ask you, when Prince is from Minnesota, is that the coolest thing, or it's just,
It's a very cool thing. I'm going to take this off because I wanted to match you at first.
Yeah.
We're talking about Prince, so let me get even more fashionable. Minnesotans have a lot of Prince pride. There's a lot of murals of him. When you are driving and you put the radio on, yes, I still listen to the radio. Prince is on. Paisley Park, his home, is a 10-minute drive from where I grew up. So
really?
So my family loves Prince, and just he's so inspirational to everybody. And as an artist, you can take so much away from him.
Yeah.
So I'm very inspired that, can I be another legend that comes from Minnesota in some regard, even if it's at a 10% scale of Prince?
Well, who's come from Minnesota aside from?
I believe Bob Dylan is from Minnesota. Winona Ryder. I love her. She is fantastic.
Fantastic.
And I know you're asking about me, but her performance in Stranger Things. What?
Oh,
Will!
Yeah.
Will! Oh my God! I feel like I literally, when I'm alone in my apartment, I'm like Winona Ryder's character. Will!
Oh
That's
God.
me all the time. But I love her. So she's from Winona, Minnesota.
Oh.
And I'm very proud of that too.
That's very cool.
I would have to pull out Google to see who else is from Minnesota. And then, of course, the state of hockey, the Minnesota Wild.
I don't know about hockey.
Yeah. We're very, and then
the Vikings.
Vikings, Timberwolves. We have sports. And then the 10,000 lakes thing is so true. Lakes everywhere.
Yeah, are the lakes really great looking?
They're gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
But it's cold, no?
It's cold, but in the summer, Minnesota, I mean, it is very, very hot. We're talking about the weather now. Is this aging us? We are talking about what? Is it cold? Like, that's how you know you're a grown adult, when you start
Well, you know,
seriously talking about the weather.
you know, it's like with state of mind, there's two things. I always say it's like I wanted it to be like therapy,
Yeah.
but also like a first date. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you get to know, and then you get into the heavier
You're
stuff.
married, Paula. I don't do this. I look like I do this, but I don't do
That's
this.
funny.
I mean, married guys go in my Instagram DMs, but
Yeah.
anyways, I get what you're saying.
It's that's the way we run. But,
Yeah.
How many siblings? What,
I have 2 sisters and a brother.
they in the business? Or?
Funny you asked that. One of my sisters is starting to work for me January 3rd.
What?
Yes. So she, I don't like using the word quit. She left her job and I gave her an offer, and it's like, I can't believe it's happening.
She's gonna help you with
She
things.
moved from the East Coast.
Damn.
I just, 5 days ago, her movers came and brought all her stuff, and she put in her month's notice to her job, and she's going to work for me. And I don't have all the accomplishments that I want, but this is like, to me, this is like, I've been visualizing this for years. Like, this is,
Wow.
so the adventure will begin in about 12, 13 days.
And do you think that possibly she can work for me?
She's mine. You know, it's funny. Everyone is saying that. Some people have met her because she's come here. They're like,
Right.
"Can I have a little bit of her?" I'm like, I think she'll have enough after me. But whatever you need help with.
Yeah,
your
or
family.
Paula. I'll give it
Yeah,
to Paula.
of course.
I need a lot of help too, but I can do
Yeah.
it. Paula doesn't even sleep.
Yeah.
It's
She's 5 years younger than me, but I think I feel like she's wiser. I go to her for advice.
really. Wow. Let's talk about you doing stand up,
Uh-huh.
because I'm fascinated by people. I mean, I look. Let me just. I'm not going to brag, but I've gotten on the stage just recently, and I forget the name of the laugh. What are the names of these?
Improv, the comedy
That was
store.
improv,
Okay.
and I get up and I do a 45-minute thing
Wow.
on General Hospital.
Wow. Did
And
you improv it?
Yeah, no. Well, I work it.
You wrote some things.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, I work it.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, look, it ain't Country Wayne, but or you, but I tell you what, it's pretty good, and it's about the whole show, and I've done it before on my goats and social media.
You have goats?
Yeah, I have goats and
I mean, that's the wrong animal.
and alpaca. I have alpacas,
Wow.
but these are my fans, so they're gonna laugh even if it wasn't good. You're getting on a real stage.
That's still real, I have to say. And by the way, you're very funny in real life. And so I'm not surprised. I'm sure you crushed it. And I bet you if it wasn't your fans, I still think you would do well. Yes, yes, there's an element of like, if they already know you, they're waiting to laugh. But
Yeah.
I think you probably have so many good stories from set that.
Oh yeah, I could do it, but you know, I don't know if they would know who the people are.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that has to do with how relaxed you are, your confidence. Now, let me ask you, because I've been asking everybody, because I think there's a correlation between mental illness and caring what people think. Do you care what people think?
To some regard, yeah.
Oh, you do. Wow.
I think that it depends on the context. I feel like as I'm getting older and wiser, I care less and less. But yeah, I think to fully say I don't care at all what anybody thinks, I can't. I want people to think that I'm kind. That's the number one thing I want.
Yeah.
I want people to like me, not in a superficial way, I've made an impact on them.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, I need everyone to love me, no.
Ah.
I want to like, when people think of me, I did something for them, whether it was like inspired them or like just put a smile on their face. That sounds so cheesy, but that's how I care what people think.
Yeah, because you strike me as somebody who, like, I'll give you an example. I've way cared too much in my life. And I think that has affected my mental illness. Because what happens is it just adds even more, right? Of now what are people going to think?
Intrusive thoughts.
Yes. Paranoia. And it just, so only in the last 2 years have because I've worked on it and cut it. And it's so freeing.
It's very freeing.
Yeah.
It's very freeing and something I saw it on, it's like a meme. I follow these like, well-being pages. And there's this picture. It's perfect. It's like how we think people think of us. And there's a big spotlight on the, they're like stick figures. And then it's like, no, how actually everybody's just worried about themselves. When you go to bed at night, you're like, you're thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that comes, I think, with experience and getting wiser.
I think it's been 58 years of me feeling one way. If you can imagine, 58 years of this. My son doesn't care.
Wow.
My wife doesn't care.
Wow. Those are some strong individuals. When you're around those kind of people, you can kind of you can kind of extract some of it from them.
Yes.
To just,
but I obviously, with all my stuff, I didn't.
Yeah.
But it's, to me, it's been the most freeing thing that I've learned.
That's huge.
One of the most freeing things I've learned in my life.
Wow.
Stop caring what people think.
I love that.
And you strike me, just to be able to get up at the Laugh Factory. Damn.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think Reese Witherspoon said it recently too. She's like, once you really learn to let go of that, it's very freeing. I think she said that 2 weeks ago.
So when you get up there, what are you thinking about right before?
Right when I'm walking on stage?
Yes.
I think that it's sort of like when you go to the gym and you work your bicep. If you were to do that every day, it would get stronger and stronger. So I think that with time, every time you get on stage, now I get really excited. And I'm just like, there's no need to be nervous because that doesn't do anything for you. And then I just think to myself, be confident, have fun. And then this is where the acting overlap is. Answer the moment. And the most important relationship is, it's the relationship with the audience and me. So you can't just go out there and like recite your set. You have to address the room. Maybe somebody said before. Maybe there's something going on in the front. So that's like the number one overlap with acting. You can't just get on set and like, what is your partner giving you? So it's that. It's like this music note. It's like ping pong. So I really take my acting training and I'll bullet point it sometimes before. I'm like, answer the moment, relationship, and then I'll kind of bullet point new things that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Does that kind of answer like
yes.
the mindset?
Yes.
And then shout out to my acting teacher, Jennifer Monaco. I'll sometimes do jumping jacks on the side.
Yeah.
And then it's abandon the plan. You do all the preparation.
Yeah.
And you abandon the plan.
That's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
I abandoned the plan here because I don't know where the hell it's going to go.
Yeah, and I'm not a veteran comedian. I've been doing it for some years, but I still ask my great veteran comedian friends for advice and watch them, and I'm a student of it, and I just try to have as much fun as possible. And then going along with caring what people think, I think as I get more confident and learn to be my authentic self, you just kind of like step into your essence. You're like, this is me. This is silly me. This is silly Natalie. And this sounds really cheesy, but I'm very spiritual. My inner child my relationship with my inner child is so important for stand-up. Just that silly Natalie. I was so silly as a kid. I was so silly.
Oh, you were.
And so it's connecting to that for me. And if you do therapy or even work on yourself, you can write letters to your inner child and all these things. And I'm into all that spiritual stuff.
Oh, you are?
But yeah, that to me is like connecting with who that really funny, silly Natalie was and being that.
But I think you need to be naturally relaxed.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
because everybody here, it's like
I think you need to be relaxed. I think you could maybe have a good set and be tense. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. But
Yeah.
you look at the best. This is an interesting conversation with me because I don't think I've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Here, you look at the best people, right? Like who's your favorite comedian?
Oh, I don't have a favorite. So many greats, but one of them, my friend Russell Peters. He does a lot of voices and
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine was Richard Pryor.
Uh-huh.
Eddie Murphy and stuff. But even acting or even on any level, sports, they just seem everything seems
Relaxed on
easy.
stage. Yeah, and they put in their hours.
Yes.
And if I were watching you on set with all the lights and
Right.
the cameras,
Right.
it's kind of similar. It's all these eyes on you.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a really intense scene. Let's say it's the pinnacle of the show or the climax, and it's all these eyes on you, the lights, cameras, and you're still like relaxed in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Of course. You know what just happened to me recently, which is interesting. And this is my world, GH, right? This is my, but I did a scene, then they had me. I forgot a line, and then I got pissed off, and it hit me in the inside, and it started. I started feeling that pain.
Hard on yourself.
Yeah,
This was on set? Or
Yeah, on
later?
set, and then I get crazy, and that's the little monster comes inside, a little rage, because I attribute acting to pain. Not all the time, because sometimes you do these things, but sometimes it goes douche, and then in my head I'm like,
Sometimes it goes douche.
Yeah.
Noted. Okay. I think I do that automatically. But
that's
yeah, go
great.
ahead.
What the hell's douche? I don't know. Maybe that's the word for that. And I say to myself, I don't want to do it. Why are you forcing me to do it?
Meaning, I don't want to do this.
I don't wanna act.
Acting. You're like, why am I doing
Yeah,
this?
because it hurts.
It's just,
It's painful.
Okay.
And I wonder if comedians feel that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Russell said it to me, ironically. He's like, I think I messaged him. I had like one of my best shows ever. I'm like, oh, this feeling is amazing. And he's like, but enjoy all of it, even the ones that don't feel amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely. I mean, I think more in the beginning too, you don't do very amazing on stage and you're like, you have, why am I doing this moments?
Yes.
This industry will give you a lot of those, why am I doing this moments? And I think as I've gotten older and wiser, again, I keep going back to like purpose and like, okay, I'm doing this to make other people laugh. When people come up to me after a show and they're smiling so big and they're like, oh my God, you're so funny. You're like, that feels so good. It sounds cheesy. I love money, of course, but that feels so good.
Right.
People are smiling. And then the same thing with you. They're like, your character. And they talk about something you did 5 years ago. You're like, that was nothing. But no, you don't know what you did for them.
I know. Exactly.
So that, I think, I always try to like, there's days where I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
There's days where I'm overwhelmed.
And you got to
People
get
don't
up.
see that. I'm not posting that on social media when I'm overwhelmed and crying.
Yeah, I do. But
Yeah, you should. I've seen you cry many, many times. No, I haven't. But I think it's the same feeling that you had when you said you forgot your lines or whatever. You didn't do it the way.
Well, mine digs deep. That's the problem.
Because you're hard. You have wounds that you're hard on yourself.
Yeah, because of mental illness and anxiety, whatever I've gone through.
Yeah.
And it hits me at that place, and I'm like,
why am I doing all of this?
Yes, but it goes away.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it's a fleeting moment.
Sometimes it didn't go away for a while. But these are like moments, like a couple days, and then I'm good. So
that's self-aware. Yeah, that like trying to just be like, nope, this is what I'm feeling.
Do you have any mental health?
He's trying to ask me if I'm. I don't know that I have a label with anything.
But
am I gonna get canceled for saying that? I don't know that I have like a label. Wait, let me just say that again. I don't know that like I have like a label of something. But like, no, I think I'm very human. Yeah. I feel pain. I suffer. I feel joy. I feel all the things. I'm hard on myself. If you ask my sister or a couple of my best friends to like give you a long thing about me, they'll say a lot of things, and a lot of them will say she's hard on herself.
Yeah.
I don't know that I show that very often, but if I make a mistake, I'm very mad at myself.
Yeah.
And a really stupid one yesterday, my massage therapist, who I get massages with, she texted me and she's like, I have a cancellation today at 3 if you want it. And I was like, oh, I'll give it to my sister because I was busy. But I read it as tomorrow. Like I read the text as tomorrow, even though it said today. So then she calls me and she's like, hey, where's your sister? And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I looked at the text and it said today. And then I ruined her time and my sister's time. I was so sad. I'm like I was so sad. And it's like.
But your sister was
cool, right? I think a lot so she had, this sounds like such a first world problem, but I'm just giving an example of how hard I am on myself. Yeah. So then she was waiting around and then it didn't even work out. They just like had like a 15-minute thing. But I was like, look at what I did with this stupid mistake. I should have read the text better. And then I have to like, I think I've gotten better at this. I'm like, okay, you're dealing with a lot. Yesterday you were overwhelmed. You're trying your best. You had good intentions. Nobody, like, it's not a big deal. But I'm like, oh, I think I made her lose money because she didn't get the full session.
Yeah.
So my point is, yeah, I'm hard on myself. That's the thing I'm working on.
This is something I've learned similar to that is nobody cares about what you do more than you do.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't a big deal to them, was it?
Probably not.
But you make it like it's this.
Yeah. But does that kind of give you a like, I guess what my inner, does that kind of answer your question of like things I work on, I guess?
Hey, you know what? The thing about state of mind, which is cool, it's many people come on here. This isn't like the mental health podcast, and a lot of people don't nothing.
Yeah.
But it's just this experience of talking, or even that little thing you just said.
Yeah.
It's a cute little thing, but it meant something to you.
It took up real estate in my head more than it should have. It took up really big real estate in my head. And but yeah, I think that I get stronger and stronger at like you just replace the thoughts.
Yes, how do you replace the thoughts?
Or like I'm dealing with a lot. I have 20 different things going on. I'm trying my best. It's not a big deal. And like
write stuff?
Sometimes I journal.
I don't like doing that.
I love journaling.
Damn.
It gets it out of here, and it's
I know
literally like
everybody says it, but
and there's science behind it. There's science behind. I know. I think some people refer to it as like a brain dump. It's like or have you ever heard of the term worry period?
No.
So you pick like an hour a day. It could be before bed. It could be in the middle of the day. It could be in the morning. Put all your worries on the piece of paper, and then it's out. Then go on with your day. I don't do that every day, but I've like heard it. I've read about it. I've had a therapist mention it. Maybe you should try it.
That's kind of cool. Well,
because then it's like you dealt with it, and it's literally there. And there's something about language and semantics and the science behind writing it.
Yeah.
There's something there that it's healing. Then you can see it. It's tangible. Then you go and be really present with what you're doing.
I've been good for 2 years, and I've nothing. It's been, and I've been in real bad shape for about 58 years. Well, maybe not 58, because when I was a baby, I don't think I was. But so I've been, because I want to talk about something that, because people, when they watch the show, they love it because of this, and they buy. I don't think I give enough of how to fix things, which I want to do.
Okay, so we like the worry period tip. That's a real thing. People can Google that.
I like that.
If somebody is suffering from anxiety who's watching, try it.
Yeah.
I'm not a therapist, but I think these things are good.
All those things are really good, right? I asked a UFC fighter, same thing I asked you, and I said, how does it feel when you walk to the ring? Mm-hmm. And his answer was trippy, because his answer was, I'm thinking, what am I doing here?
Like imposter syndrome? What am I doing here?
Like,
or more
I don't
why
want
am
to be.
I doing
Yeah,
this?
I don't want to do. I don't want to be here. This guy's a tough champion. And then he gets to the ring and everybody's like negative and you're a dick and
Oh, they're
this and
yelling and
that.
heckling.
Yeah. And he's like, that. I said, how long does it take for that feeling to go away? And he says, it takes a while.
And meaning
Sometimes when you get
in the
hit.
middle of the thing?
Yeah.
Or like maybe once things start moving?
But even he said, sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
I
That's
know.
trippy. And then probably when he's healing and he's swollen then that feeling probably
Exactly.
is heightened.
But he's like, sometimes I grab somebody's leg and I'm like, I don't know, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That is amazing.
But it's the... So
you said
yeah.
you're like, you said a couple times you've been good for the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think, like, do you think it's just putting in the work to learn about yourself, self-awareness?
Yeah, I believe, I like that question. I believe, although I've talked about it, I know State of Mind, but sometimes people don't watch and they'll hear it the first time. I believe what's happened to me in 2 years, because you didn't know me before. I was a different guy, and even Anna Demergis didn't know me, But I was very intense, very dark. Good, I was good, so I went through this period during the pandemic that was hellacious, horrible, okay? And I got out of it. And then getting out of it, I just knew that can't happen again. I don't, this can't happen. So I started, State of Mind. It's almost like God gave me this opportunity and said,
I just got chills.
yeah, you need to now, because I believe when you go through real hard times, you have two roads.
Yeah.
And if you take the road you were taking before, you're going to be in bad shape.
Yeah. Because
you're saying to yourself, I don't care. I'm not going to fix anything. But if you take this road, God will give you a gift.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go over what's happened to me in the last 2 years, but it is unbelievable.
Wow.
And to think of 2 years ago, I was like,
wow.
I may not, and we know what just happened to Twitch and stuff. So, so that's the thing. So in the last 2 years, I've been working on not caring what people think, breathing, doing this, which has been like a therapy. But I tell you, I did there's a State of Mind coming on Elvis's birthday. I'll say it real quick, but we got time. And my wife surprised me in Graceland I'm gonna get emotional. Fuck. At the end of the State of Mind, there was they said we got a surprise for Maurice, and I'm like, oh God. I thought it was gonna be Stephen A. Smith because he's a friend of mine coming through, and they said, no, it's Charles Noonan, the psychiatrist who diagnosed him with bipolar 30 years ago. And I hadn't seen him in 30 years. And he came on the stage.
Wow.
And I broke down, cried like crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And it was the most beautiful experience. So that's what I'm talking about. All that has helped me. And I got to and it's not like I'm just making it up, because sleep is very important.
Oh, I could talk for hours with you about that.
Yes, it's very important, sleep. That's how I know where I'm at. Go ahead. You got some sleep?
Oh, I've read books about it. I'm very into health and fitness and nutrition, and like sleep is everything. And if you think of your brain as an organ, it is an organ, right? It's an organ. It needs to do all these different things while you're sleeping. You need to get that deep sleep, that REM. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but like I know that plaque is like cleared out. It's been proven that it's really important for preventing dementia and Alzheimer's. There's a lot of science in the last few years that has come out that's saying that Alzheimer's and dementia is less genetic than what we think. Yes, there's a predisposition if somebody has it.
My dad died of it.
But if you do drugs and you drink a lot and you don't sleep a lot, you're exasperating those things.
Yeah.
Let's just say, like, think of them as like little,
Yeah.
I don't know, trolls
Yeah,
or whatever.
completely.
You're giving them more. You're
Yeah.
fuel to the fire, and what you eat, right? The fuel, it's brain food.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's like, think of your brain as
Yep.
like, give me. And I don't sleep amazing all the time. I'm a comedian. There's some nights that are
Right.
till 4 a.m. But what I do is I try to, when I can, do it as much as I can. And we all know this. When you're sleep deprived, everything is off. Your mood is off. Your insulin levels are up.
Yeah.
You crave more.
Yeah.
So I think if you are suffering with something or working on something, or, you know, depression, anxiety, whatever it is, that's so important. But again, have fun too. Live your
No,
life.
I get it.
You know, I go out and I have fun, but as much as I can, I try to get the sleep. It's hard.
This is a cool talk because I don't think I've talked much about sleep like this on State of Mind. You know, I have sleep apnea. And I haven't had the machine in 2 years because I'm good. But
Wow.
I
Congratulations.
will say, but I will say this. My psychiatrist is like, you should still
Just in
be
case.
at least once or twice a week.
But I'm sure your mood is so you can tell the difference.
Yeah, listen, but after yesterday, sometimes with these state of minds that I've been doing so many, I'll take a nap, and you know what used to happen to me before I went and got this sleep apnea machine? I used to all the time, all night. I went after Paula and wanted to kill her and choke her in a dream when I was in a nightmare.
Wow.
I'm like, ah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was me. But I'd take naps and I'd wake up and I feel like I was blind.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was ugly. Like I'd wake up and go, oh no, I can't see. You know, I can't see.
That's scary.
And then I got the machine. But what's happening lately is because I'm a little these things, even with you, and I didn't know we were gonna get this deep, which is beautiful. When I don't think something's gonna happen and it happens with a comedian. It's a little. I wake. You know, when I wake up, it's a little.
You're anxious?
Yeah, it's a little.
Like,
thing.
how is this gonna go?
Oh no, not this. When I'm asleep and I wake up, because of what I've poured in here with you or with somebody else, there's a little bit, not like it was, but there's a little bit of that feeling. So it's
the sleep apnea feeling, or
Yeah.
the hard on yourself feeling?
the sleep apnea.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing of I don't think I'm blind anymore, but there's
Okay.
a bit of, and that's because of we have to really. That's why I don't do these. I've only done one where this. I won't get into it. She drove me crazy. I don't want to do that. I want to work easy, not work hard.
Yeah.
So this is like
You want it
right
to
now it's
ease,
easy
flow.
because we're connecting.
Yeah.
And it
I
doesn't,
feel like we're going
right.
through this.
Doesn't feel like
Yeah.
it's what am I asking her?
I
If I
appreciate that.
Um,
By the way, I don't know if the whole time I was just like this, but if I was, I'm gonna pull it back a little bit.
well then
Because
she's
my friends make fun of me that sometimes when I sit in the car, when I'm not driving, they're like, Nat, you're leaning forward. Like, I'm like, so I maybe was just like this the whole time, but we're just gonna
you can still hear her, right, Anthony? Pull the thing
a little bit closer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. How about now?
Yeah, I mean,
But that's the thing. It's a lot of that is pressure and stress.
Yeah.
We got to eliminate that.
and also what you eat. I mean,
That's
again,
true.
we're
I'm
not
with you.
striving for perfection,
I'm
but
with you. I'm with you.
you got to put the right things in your
I'm
body
with
for
you,
your
yeah.
brain and your, you know,
I-
you know that. And we live in one of the healthiest cities, you know,
Yeah.
LA, you know, but that matters. It matters for our performance. It matters for everything. I take it seriously. I have.
You should. And
Yeah.
you're right. You're 100% right. I did it. I was doing it. I told this before, but I was doing a scene with this new guy who came in just for the day. Okay. Comes in. I watched him. I said, he ain't nothing, man. Take him on. So then I went to lunch with my buddies from the show. And I said, I hope this guy can act, man.
Uh-huh.
And then I ate a lot. I ate a lot. And I was full. And I swear you not, I couldn't act.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can act full.
No, but see what
Some
you said
people
about
say
food?
there's some comics that don't eat
Yeah.
before stage. I do.
Yeah.
I'll be eating.
I mean, Frank Grillo, he says he only eats one meal a day.
But just knowing yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of my guy friends, they'll like, no, I'm not eating till after. They'll have their food waiting for them. I'm eating up until the minute I'm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But
it works for you.
I'm a big snacker. I just said snagger, I think, but snacker. Okay, we're gonna edit that. I don't know what I said. There was a little bit of snacker. But yeah, so I'm sure that you still did good for.
No, I literally it threw me, and I was messed up the whole day. The whole day I was in my head and going because I don't like to get full anymore. That's just me. And I used to eat like crazy, but now I know better not to eat. All right, listen.
You seem very relaxed in general.
Now yes, I am. Yeah. And before, even though I wasn't relaxed as much, I had a lot of nerves. I can still act because how I was taught, the method is just using your real life. Mm-hmm. So if I'm doing a scene with Natalie Friedman, and the scene is, let's say I want to take you out to lunch. And I'm happy about it. But let's say Maurice is nervous about it. Well, now Sonny's nervous. That's how I play it. Sonny's nervous and happy. Because you're not going to not be what you're...
You have to use it.
Exactly.
You have to use a little bit of that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to... Because I've seen some stuff that you've done with Kevin Hart, George Lopez. These guys are people you know, and do you get anything from them?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
can you
what?
imagine if I was like, no, and then I just got up and left? No, nothing. They get it from no, of course.
What is it that they?
It's just like it's the same as I put you in the same category.
Wow,
it's like
you.
They've done the hours, they've done the work, and even beyond work, just how they are as people.
Yeah.
It's like how
are they
treat
relaxed?
people.
Like really?
Yeah, and they're so generous and kind and talented
in the moment.
And I just think I want to be like this. What can I learn from this in all categories? I mean, Kevin has a heart of gold. So generous. So wants everyone around him to win. Great person. Same with George Lopez. Same with Jamie Foxx. Same, so many of these legends that I look up to, and I'm so fortunate that I get to talk to them and be friends with some of them. I'm so honored. And
what about? That's interesting you say that because what about ego?
Do they have ego?
Because I had a horrible ego, and now I've chopped that. I've chopped it.
I think the more legendary they are, I feel like the less the ego.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's some people that are not as legendary that their ego is through the roof. And they're rude and they're arrogant. These greats that I'm lucky to have conversations with or work with occasionally, and hopefully more and more.
Yeah. That's amazing.
They're just
because
be excellent. Kevin always says, "Go be great."
Yeah.
I joked with him. I was like, "I'll give you a commission if I book this." No, just go be great.
Yeah.
Like, be great. Be excellent.
Yeah.
Be excellent.
One time I was with my agent. This is a long time ago, and I was out of control, and I knew that I had to work on my ego. Mm-hmm. And he goes, "You don't have an ego." I said, "Listen. I love to be king, but I don't want anybody else to be king. That's ego."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's what we're talking about right here.
And I think for a lot of legends like yourself, that comes with time. That comes that comes with there's a lot of different work out there. I don't need to hog it like that. And I hear that a lot with comedians too. And I think every industry can be competitive. But going back to George Lopez, and you're saying, do you learn anything from them? He gave me like some advice about stand-up on the plane, and like even had like his notebook and like showed me something and like drew it out. And he's like, "This is what Dana Carvey told me." He had 6 standing ovations in one show. And George said it to me. And then like later when I got in the car, I took notes on everything he said. I go, I don't even want to lose a word. Like I don't want to. So I wrote down, I was like, what did he say word for word? And then I went, to my Google Docs and typed it out. Like,
wow.
And it's like, I kind of generally knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this brand, but I'm like, it's gold. It's gold. Let me take this and like write it down. So I write notes.
That's
I have
amazing.
Google Docs. And so shout out to George
that's-
Lopez.
that's-
And yeah, he's so talented.
That's
he's
smart.
so funny. And then I watched him perform in Vegas, sold out crowd, his fans, and I just everything. Even how he walked to the stage.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I was like,
what do you
wow.
mean? How did he walk?
He's relaxed.
Just relaxed.
Another day in the office in the most positive way. I'm like, this is another day in the office.
That's badass.
He appreciates it, of course. That's not what
Yeah,
it was.
right,
But
right.
it was like, here we go.
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
get it. And I was like, oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait to build up to doing, selling out theaters and.
I saw you in a something on the stage, and it was great. It was just you, and somebody was laughing like a goat or something.
Oh yeah. There's some funny audience laughs.
I thought that you got it. I'm sorry. I just because when I watched it, I'm thinking, let's see Natalie.
Yeah.
Let me see how good she is.
Yeah.
And you played with the audience, and it was funny what you said, because somebody else could not have been as funny. When you make fun of people, it can come off kind of, but it was good.
Yeah.
Let's do some impressions. Can you do that?
A few? Yeah.
I feel like I kind of already did like a Kim Kardashian voice, so let's just like do her first. It's Christmas time, so we're gonna do like a family Christmas card. It's sponsored by Skechers. So yeah, that's good. That's a popular one.
I did Winona Ryder. That was fun.
That is good.
Everybody liked my Sarah Palin.
I
People
love
really love
Sarah
the Sarah Palin. She kind of talks like a Minnesotan. She's from Alaska. You betcha. I bet you would be good at impressions too.
Let me see if I got one. I'm gonna go further. No, I can't do it. I get nervous. I got nervous. I haven't been nervous in a long time. I just got embarrassed.
That's so funny.
How about Al Pacino? No, I could do from The Godfather, but that's not even.
Yeah.
Where he's like. Okay, hold on. We're both from the same hypocrisy. But don't you for one second think that it applies to my family.
Why don't we do this? Drew Barrymore will talk back to you. You're being a little bit scary right now. I don't know if I like this energy. I just got back from Air One and meditation. This is a lot. Let's just.
Do you know who I am?
I know of you, but like I'm really busy.
Hey, John Gotti, come here.
Let's see. Are your royalties bigger than mine from ET? Who do you think are more?
Yeah, probably yours, yeah.
Probably mine. Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm John Gotti, okay?
That's
You know who John Gotti is?
I do know John Gotti, not like personally, but like I hope he doesn't know my address. But
I'm not gonna hurt you, you know what I mean?
No, peace and love, kumbaya. You want to make some homemade kombucha after this? I love Drew Barrymore.
What about Cardi B? Oh, this is crazy. This is making me laugh too much.
If I can talk to one of your people,
Yeah.
who do you want to do?
Who do I do now? I don't know.
Who's like from the Bronx? The Cardi B, because Cardi B's from the Bronx. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the Bronx. Like, when we're really serious about something, you know what the word for, like, when you're really serious about something, you know what New Yorkers say? Dead ass. Maurice, have you heard dead ass?
Yeah, I have. Thank you. Oh, Cardi.
Does your son say dead ass?
Cardi, you're the best.
Has your son ever said dead ass?
No.
Okay.
But that's fucking. Oh, I just swore. Jesus.
You knew what it was.
Oh my God.
And then, like, if you're really, really serious about something, like, if you're extra serious, just add a son at the end. Say dead ass, son. That's how you know you're really serious.
That's why everybody's laughing so much when you do this.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Cardi B, for she reposted my impression in 2018. But just thank you for letting me do it. And like she kind of gave me the torch. I met her in person and
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's the impressions are fun. I really want to be known for being able to be a
Yes.
Great character actress. Of course, Meryl Streep is one of my big inspirations. I want to play every type of person, every type of socioeconomic status, and different people, and tell stories.
Well, here
Kristen Stewart, I mean, she's
Yeah.
really great.
Have you ever done an impression and somebody got mad?
I get asked that a lot. No, I've never had that person. I've never had the person get mad. Hopefully, I think my intent and my heart is coming through.
How about the fact that you do it well?
Maybe, but I've never gotten like hardcore.
Because if
hate
you're like,
from the person.
and they're like, don't do that, please. Yeah. But since you're so good,
maybe. I mean, I did a lot of Melania Trump impressions, and I keep it neutral. I'm not trying to bring on any more hate than there already is in the world.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what's like been my meanest.
I think if you're good, they're not gonna, because everybody loves to.
I think the most common hate thing that I'll get is women aren't funny. That's
stupid.
Yeah. It's actually really funny when I see that message. They're like, women aren't funny. You should just,
I just laughed my ass off for the last 15 minutes. All right, Natalie Valentina Friedman. She has been a riot. But I'll tell you right now, not just a riot, because that would have been easy. We got into some deep stuff that was really great. That I don't know what I expected. Maybe I just expected it to be funny all the time, but it was really, really great, and I really appreciate you coming in here. And
thank you for having me. I so appreciate it. I learn a lot from you. And shout out to our friend Anna for connecting us.
I'm sorry, I don't know who's Anna.
Yeah, you're her pesty brother. Anna is beautiful inside and out. And
she's
once
cool.
the episode is out, I'm gonna post her.
Of course.
Yes, she's an amazing person.
We're gonna do all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Anyway, but it was cool, and I appreciate it. And
I appreciate it.
We connected, and that was nice.
Yes, we did. We had some, and I hope that I could inspire some people. And the other night I was up till 4 a.m., but get your sleep.
Yes.
Journal. Try the journal thing. Read about it online. Read about, what's really interesting, because I'm not a scientist, but read about what happens when you sleep. There's actually plaque that gets cleared out of your brain. Damn. And that buildup is what contributes to mental health problems.
Wow. Well, that's probably happening.
I've read a lot of, I don't know, I think it's so fascinating. So, yes, I know we're wrapping up, but Google some of the things.
Yeah, that's
to
good.
Get the facts.
That's
I think
good.
I think that if we have more information, we can be better.
Yeah. So, Natalie, 10 years from now, where do you want to be?
Ooh, 10 years from now. I want to be, let's go with the personal first. Married with kids.
Okay.
Lots of family time, good sense of balance, lots of fun, lots of enjoying. Okay, that's why we're doing all this, to enjoy life. Just really feel like every day I'm having fun and joy and doing something. Yeah. So that's the feeling that I want. And you know this about manifesting. You have to have the feeling first. And then of course, lots of money, lots of opportunities. I consider myself an entrepreneur too. So I want to have products out there, some health products, doing stand-up, producing movies. Like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are big inspirations of mine. So also have my producer and director hat on too. So all the things. That's and acting, and just being able to feel in the most humble way possible, being able to feel like it's another day in the office, but also, wow.
And the most important thing that you probably want to do is next month promote State of Mind like there's no tomorrow.
Yes.
I mean, that's probably the main.
The 10 years from now, I'm still going to be like, watch the episode. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Follow me on Instagram, Natalie Friedman. Follow Maurice on Instagram. And yeah, great question. I want to do it all, but I think, especially with our industry, we need to remember why are we doing this? And,
exactly.
And the important things need to come first.
Yeah. So, Natalie. No, like I said, it's been fantastic. And the last question wasn't as good as the ones but
It was one of the best. And thank you for having me. I'm honored. What you're doing is amazing.
Thank you.
You are changing a lot of lives.
Yeah.
And it's just the beginning.
Yeah, I think next year is going to be you're going to be part of a thing that I have starting January 1st.
Nice.
A whole lineup that it's going to be.
I'm excited.
It's going to be cool, man. And then I'm going to hit the 100,000.
Yes.
And then I'm going to have my plaque right here.
Yes.
Maybe take my
Every
book out.
episode, you just need to hold it.
That silver
Yeah.
thing? Yeah. All right. State of mind. See you later.
State of mind. See you later. Thank you.
Bye.